What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode. We just finished our Y Combinator application, and today we're gonna go fucking sushi. Why, Lucas?
Because we're going in raw. We're not going to edit this episode. This is just going to be completely raw. So basically, we just finished our 19-day challenge of building an AI voice startup. Mark, are we going to tell them whether we're successful or not?
Well, hell yeah. All right, we got the MVP going already. So, fuck yeah, we did this. There's still a couple things that we need to do, want to do, but
Mark,
Lucas.
What did we even build? What did we do in these 19 days?
Boy, I mean, get your little grabby hands out there because we are gonna get a raccoon. No, we're gonna get washbeardesk.com. And what is washbeardesk.com, Lucas?
So washbeardesk.com is an AI receptionist for vets. So basically in these 19 days, in this challenge, we're like, okay, we went through 3 criteria, so we're just going to walk through how we actually build it, and of course what our splits are, right? So for example, Mark directly from day one was just jumping on a technical point of view.
Like we doing workouts.
Basically a split. So Mark just did all the technical. Well, I was looking at the business part, right? Because we're like, okay, we only have such a period of time, and we had a few ideas, and then from then onwards, we just like rinse and repeat, for example, through the Y Combinator applications to see which of these actually work and not. For example, Mark.
All right,
so give us an idea.
So look, the one thing, first of all, I start directly with because one thing we knew was we wanted to build a startup based on into like AI voice based. Okay, so directly I start with the tech stack. I got familiar with what tools I should use, start building with it, start building a landing page, and directly in terms of workflows, customer journey, all that stuff, did it, wrote it down, started developing this. In the meantime, Lucas did the research, and for a few things, based on the criteria, we had basically a voice per minute. Like the cost of this technology is like at least 11 to 12 cents per minute. This is the raw cost for us. So we need to find a business that for them it's at least worth like 20 or 30 cents per minute. So we have a good profit margin at least.
Exactly. So we had like the 3 criteria. So one of them was the ticket size between 50 and 200. Second one was inbound traffic.
Or higher. That's at least
higher,
50.
Exactly.
Sorry.
50 and more. So 50 to 200, 300, something like this. This is for us a range. Then inbound traffic. Inbound traffic is really important for us. And the third one was something that we could relate to. And then we just boiled it down to AI receptionist, because I think that was a very, very good niche. I mean, we had other ideas, for example, AI interview, like practice interviews, so you could practice for an upcoming interview, which gives you feedback. And of course, the B2B side, which would be an AI screening of candidates. That way you can pre-screen through 30, 40 candidates, but like for a B2B site, for the same cost of interviewing one. So that helps you a lot. But in the end, we couldn't relate because we directly started after college 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago, directly with our startup career. And that's why we're like, okay, we can more relate with dogs because we had dogs and have dogs. So yeah.
And then another options were, one of them was like a motivational thing. So in the morning, would send you each morning a message, either through like a voice message in WhatsApp, or calls you and was like, hey, buddy, you fucking got this. Or, hey, like an accountability buddy, which was interesting. My mom still wants us to build this. She's like, so guys, when do I get this? I want to have a reminder to go into the gym in the morning. And another thing was, which I still fucking love the idea, is like for old people, basically a buddy that they can call for loneliness. I think it's a great idea because it's super boring business. Like, I don't know, not a lot of people build something for old people. They're a little left behind with technology. So I like it. Lucas does not like it.
I'm not a big fan of this.
I think it's great.
Luckily, we didn't go for that. Anyways, but
maybe we'll get into Y Combinator because of that idea. And then I'm like, motherfucker, I told you so.
All right, we'll see. And yeah, of course, another thing that was really, really important is that we focused on customer interviews, because in the end, it's like, especially if you start a new product and you're not a domain expert, it's really important to interview a lot of people.
Well, or you have the same problem, right? Like domain expert, or you experience this problem.
If you're solving your own problem, that's actually one of the best ways. If you're not solving your own problem, always just stick to the customers, because then like they will lead the way. So basically what we did, we went to 11 clinics, talked to them, interviewed them, and yeah, saw like a lot of problems of the receptionist. Like, I mean, they're spending 3 hours on the call per day. They're super stressed, and then also in WhatsApp. So that's also one of the things that we did not know, that like 30-40% of the traffic for veterinarians comes from WhatsApp. So what we did, we already put it on the roadmap. Yeah. Anything else? But oh yeah, Mark, what was for you the hardest part, or the hardest question of the Y Combinator application?
Well, there's two different things. The hardest part for me was some of the voice technology, because it was different. I haven't done that before, and integrating that was interesting for me. In terms of Y Combinator questions, I think was one of the private questions, because the founder question, each founder gets to have questions about themselves, and one of them was like the achievements that you had achieved so far. And I think I don't like to brag, so I don't like that much. And another one was hacking. What was the last non-technical system you hacked? And it's just the phrasing is a little awkward for me, I think, because if you have something with referrals that you hacked, well, or you gamed for your advantage, then I think just a little bit weird phrasing wise. But I don't know, I like it. It was good. What about you?
I mean, for me, it definitely was the hacking your own like the non-computer system. I used the when we hacked basically a non-computer system for our first round for Gazoom. Basically, what we did, because we didn't have any hot or warm intros to VCs, so what we did is basically go through Crunchbase, look at the VCs we want to talk to, then look at the companies they invest into, then the founders, added them on LinkedIn with a note, said, "Hey, would like to connect. I saw VCX invested in you. Would love to hop on a call, talk about them."
That was nice, good old days, man.
Exactly.
I remember these calls.
I mean, we text probably 500 founders, because we ended up with 100 VC calls to actually close our first round. Yeah, it took longer because first time founders, and in Spain, it's harder. At least it was for us. But this is how we hacked it. I hope that's good. In general, our application was more focused on how fast we actually build things. So because our previous startup, well, Gazoom is one thing, but then our AI dating websites, we started building them in February and launched them in April, and now they're growing. Revenue is growing with like month over month of 50% month over month. And and also that's why we did the challenge, to show that we can build things fast, which is really important.
Well, also because they don't invest into adult industry, and to be honest, it's not the greatest market to be in.
No, it's interesting, not, but it was great for learning, right? I mean, I would still keep building it. Of course, if you get in YC, not, but otherwise, yes. I mean, it's interesting. You can learn a lot, and yeah, I think that's for me the overview. And oh man, I mean, now it's right now 10:57, so it's almost 11 p.m. And yeah, we're now doing the podcast directly after doing the product video, doing the team video. And yeah, just wanted to share with you guys this so you can listen to this in the morning. And yeah, this is our 90-day challenge. I would say, was it a success, Mark? I would say definitely yes.
Hell yeah. I mean, you're gonna see because on the 90-day challenge was also getting accepted. So I think we did our part. I think we did the best we could. Best. Exactly, and that's what matters.
The most important part is always being able to say afterwards, did you give everything? And I'll say I gave 100%. Like, I mean, Mark, both of us were today just like destroyed in the end of the day, just like potatoes, right? But we pushed through it because we're also with the podcast now. I mean, my eyes are horrible. But yeah, guys, this is what it is. This was Sushi Raw. Hope you like it, and of course, catch you next one. And we'll also keep you updated not only with new AI news and other startups, but also as well on our Y application, Y Combinator application.
All right, stop rambling. Let's go. Peace.
Catch you next one.